Right. So here we go. On to race targets. Overall mentality demoralized. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to hire Vesti in time to replace you, but I'm not surprised you're feeling demoralized. At this point, we have a good amount in the bank. I feel like 18th. Let's just try and get something. Let's just try and get something out of this race, because in all honesty, we have no idea where we sit on the grid. So let's go with the easy targets to try and get something out of the sponsorship
Here we go,
package.
folks. F1 returns, starting here in Bahrain. Every team and driver comes here with the same goal, to win. But that's for the end of the season. For now, they have to prepare to fight for F1 glory.
What teams learned in pre-season testing will be put into practice now, with all of them hoping they make the right calls with the data they have.
What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. All right, I feel like this is going to be interesting. Right, we are going to simulate practice because nobody's got time for that. I don't even want to know. Go on, let's have a look. Where did we come? Practice 1. Dead last with Magnussen. Hulkenberg on the softs, actually up in 11th, which is pretty strong. So good showing from Hulkenberg. I mean, just from that screen alone. Oh, he was on mediums. You know, it could be worse. There was a rookie affiliate driver in the first practice session in a Red Bull. So actually taking Max Verstappen's seat. Can you see that happening? Oh, I wanted to simulate qualifying, actually. I didn't just want to simulate one session. I feel like I could probably simulate most of this year. The first year is always going to be
up, and the drivers will
dire,
be ready
but
and raring to go.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
An abrasive surface.
Now, Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
They set a great lap in practice, so you can only imagine how good they're feeling going into qualifying. But the big question is, will they be able to keep this performance up?
I genuinely hope not.
What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
Yes, Ted. That's not Ted. That was David. Practice 3. Where did we come in? 15th and 17th. Okay, so I'm glad that we set our race targets realistic, shall we say. Right, car setup. Let's just see if we can do any very minor tweaks to bring this back. Okay, I feel like that's probably as good as we're going to get it. Why have you got such a variance in your wing? Alright, well, there you go. That is my practice setups done. So, one flying lap on the soft tyres. Let's go. I say we go out early while the track's clear.
3, 2, 1, green light.
Oh. Don't think I've had that that voice input before. Should we go out early? Let's go out early. See if we get a bit of a tow with Hulkenberg. Let's just hope they're not too close
Radio
come the
check.
end of the lap and they end up racing each other.
Good for me too. Radio
In
check.
fact, I have made an error there because Hulkenberg is the naturally faster driver in
loud and clear.
qualifying, so he in all likelihood
Hi,
is
Nico.
going to start racing Magnussen.
Just work on your tyres.
Copy that.
Try to get some brake temp before you start the lap.
Copy.
Come on, who's going to come out in front? They are too close. They are way too close. No, I don't know. I need Magnussen to push on up the road just a little bit. Actually, that looks pretty nice right now. That gap right there, if that gap can maintain. Magnussen just needs to keep... Magnussen needs to keep his foot in. So Hulkenberg... Oh, are you kidding me? No, we are alright, we're alright. I thought we were about to get blocked with someone coming out of the pits. We are going to hit traffic of people on outlaps. Is that an Alpine halfway up the road or a Williams? It's an Alpine. It's Ocon. Come on, that's a good place. That's a good... I don't think that will have cost anything. This kick, Joe is on an outlap. But if we can get around this corner, pass him on the straight. If we can pass him on the straight... Oh no, he's gone now. He's starting his flying lap. We're alright. We're alright. Nice.
Rems, stay negative on your delta.
It's a front row lockout. Let's just stop qualifying. Red flag for the next 14 minutes. We're done.
Okay, press in button, box now.
It's probably the only time to... How is Magnussen half a second slower than Hulkenberg? Who has also been out-qualified by a Williams. That's not good. Oh, Magnussen, right. Magnussen's going out again, definitely. And to be fair, I think it's worth sending Hulk out. I mean, Q2 would be a bit of a miracle, but we gotta try, right? What's an outlap? Just over 2 minutes, so if I leave it as late as possible. I mean, Magnussen's got to go again because he's got nothing to lose at this point. Hulkenberg. Right, the track at the moment looks empty, but I am slightly concerned. Right, Albon's just gone out. Both kit cars are going out. Let's see if we can find a little gap here. We'll send Hulk out first this time, followed by Magnussen. Magnussen is in more danger. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're both in danger. But Magnussen's in more danger. Let's get around the outlap. They're too far apart. That didn't work at all. There is no tow going to happen here for Magnussen. Alright, onto a flyer we go. Come on. Show us what you got, Kevin. I mean, in all honesty, if we can get one car into Q2 in our first qualifying session, I think that was okay. Hulk's actually in front. I don't think we've lost any time to traffic there. If we can get one car into Q2 in the first qualifying session, I actually would count that as a bit of a win. There's traffic there. Where are we going to hit it? Oh, I don't know. I think that might have been alright. We might have got away with it. There might have been a little lift.
P11.
2 seconds off the place.
How's it looking?
Oh, P11, P12. Nice.
Okay, copy.
Still over a
Okay, Kev.
second off the
Currently
leaders.
P12. Mode in now, please, Kev. Mode in.
That was a decent run for both of them. Let's just see if... oh, it's going to be on the bubble. Nope, Sargent's out. We've done it. 2 cars into Q2. Well, look at that. Look at that. High chance for safety car, but okay, good. Good. 92% for Hulkenberg, 86% for Magnussen. Who needs practice? Who needs practice? Q2, here we go. Right. I think this might be the highlight of the weekend. Let's just hope it's not all backwards in the race. Right, I'm thinking we put a set of scrub softs on and go for a banker. Kevin's using 1% more of his tyres. That must just be his really poor smoothness. Let's just wait for the first cars to go out.
Okay, should be green.
Follow Leclerc. That was always my strategy in this game. Follow the Ferrari, although Piastri's taken my spot. Oh, now Ricciardo's ruined my plan. Right, we're going. We're going. 1-2 with the drivers in formation. Come on. Come on then, boys. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. That's it. That's it, Kevin. You warm up those tires. Are they too close again? No, I don't think... No, they're not too close. They're fine. Come on. What have you got? Right, here they go. Onto the flyers. Come on, then. Magnussen's in front. Hulkenberg behind. Too far away for a tow, but never mind. It's used tyres anyway. And there's immediately traffic. He gets out of the way quite well, to be fair. God, we are so slow through these medium speed corners. Get out and push. Oh, it's painful. It's painful. At least there's traffic getting out of the way. I think Magnussen may have got held up a bit there. This could be Magnussen's one and only race this year. It'd be ironic if he scored points and then got booted out of the car, and then that's the only points we scored for the entire year. I just don't have the faith. I'm sorry, Magnussen, Kevin, K-Mag. Just think we actually want to try and do something with this team. While you're a great character, you're just not very fast or reliable.
Stay negative on your delta.
Alright, 8 tenths off Piastri.
Mode
I
in,
imagine.
Mode in.
Yeah, he was on
Copy.
used tyres as well. Oh god, our tyre wear. So these guys must have gone out on used tyres, and yet their tyre wear after 2 laps is 5% better than ours. Like, I know tyre preservation. It did warn me tyre preservation was bad, but jeez. I mean, Right, let's get some fresh softs on. I don't think we're going to be using soft tyres for much in the race, so I'm not too worried about using an extra set of softs. I say we wait until the end of the session. Let's Red Bull 1-2 predictably. Norris hasn't set a time yet. Track looks reasonably quiet, so who do I send out first? Right, so Hamilton's coming in, everyone else is heading out. Norris has put his banker in for third. Piastri must be doing another lap, so he's just started a flyer. Hamilton and Russell have just gone out for their second laps, and I'm thinking we wait for Alonso. Oh, yellow flag just as we go out. Sonoda's
Let's
locked
have a
up.
look at that. This one is involving Yuki Tsunoda.
Well done, Yuki.
Oh, all right so far. And the car fails to respond.
Oh dear.
And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
Oh dear. Right. Come on, boys, this is it. Fresh tyres, engines at maximum, fresh engines, start of the season. You've got a dog of a car, but there's upgrades coming. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Got the Haas in formation. Haas, their own title sponsors. If you can't get anyone else to sponsor your car, just write Haas all over it. Well done, Gene. Keep the money flowing. We're going to need it. Come on, boys. Let's see some green times. I'm not expecting purple, but green would be nice. Hulkenberg, you're too far away. You opened the gap. I thought you were going to close up, but you didn't. Come on, boys. I need to go and get my kids from school, and well, to be fair, I've got a couple of hours yet, but I've got considerations here. I could really do with you getting a move on. That's all right. We get around the Ferrari. That should be the only traffic. Yellow middle sector for Magnussen. That's not good. Maybe he didn't get past the Ferrari. Oh, they both improved, but not enough to move up. 12th and 14th, Hulkenberg ahead. Sort of expected that. If it's anything true to life, then Hulkenberg will immediately drop back at the start. But the qualifying master has done it again, put in a good lap. Both drivers eliminated. I never thought I would be so happy to get two drivers into Q2 and then be immediately eliminated. With actually very close times, to be fair. 1:30.7. Magnussen went slower in Q2 than he did in Q1 by about 0.2, although it still wouldn't have been enough to beat Daniel Ricciardo, so no dramas. Let's see who got pole. I thought that was cute. Qualifying then, I was going to say Sergio Perez on pole. Never, no. Max Verstappen on pole with Lando behind by half a second. Sergio Perez in third. He's going to have a strong start to the year and tail off like normal. Oscar Piastri. So it's a McLaren and Red Bull at the front, which is unsurprising. Ferrari, Mercedes and Aston Martin. What do we think would be an achievable finish in this first race? I'd like to finish within one lap. So one lap down of the leaders. Now, I'm going to underfuel by 3 laps because we can conserve a bit. And if you do finish lapped. So let's underfuel. remember to turn the driver options up because that's always important. See, we're looking at using softs, but I just don't think... I used 10% wear on one flying lap. Do I think they are actually going to last 20 laps? Or 19 laps in Kevin's case? I think we start on the soft. We start on the soft and we see how bad the drop-off is. Or we split the strategies. Yeah, so we have split. Hang on, what happened there? Oh, that was me. I did that. I reckon something like that. We'll try and do a longer first stint with Nico. Although Nico... Alright, let's do that. So we'll do a longer first stint. It's going to be a 2-stop regardless. The software concerns me on Kevin. Do I have the option to go medium? No, I don't. I only have one set of medium, so it would have to be hard. Which would be 8 seconds slower. God, he even burns through his hards. Alright, cancel that. We'll start on the softs and we'll see what happens. Hang on, 12th and 4th. I thought it was 12th and 13th. Did I miss something? Anyway, let's get into the first race of the season. What's the worst that can happen?
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement.
Buzzing with excitement. I'm
this
buzzing
could be
with
a big
excitement.
race for that man right there, Lewis Hamilton.
Starting in the top 10 is good, but they'll need to play the race really well to not lose places.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Karen.
And it looks like we're good to go. And this is it. The Bahrain
This is
Grand
always
Prix.
like the highlight of the season, isn't it? Like, back to racing after the winter.
And it's lights out and
All
away
the
we
excitement from pre-season testing, trying to work out where everyone is. And then this is the moment Hulkenberg immediately gets passed by Danny Rick. But he should take him back on the inside. Oh, go on, keep your foot in. Oh, for... Red flagged with damage to Hulkenberg at the first corner of the first race. Daniel Ricciardo. He was my nemesis in my creator team save. Danny Rick! I mean, arguably that was my fault. Arguably, I think.
From behind.
Yes, Danny. Yes, you did get turned
It's
into.
not going the way the team had hoped today. That is for sure.
But you didn't leave space. You didn't leave me space. 20 minutes until restart, and Hulkenberg has retired. At the first corner of the first race of the season, Nico, the driver that I am meant to be keeping for the season, has retired after driving into Danny Rick. Oh, I thought a new save with Haas was such a good idea. Right. Why would we change tires? Your current tires are still 100%. No changes. Okay. It could be worse.
The restart is moments away as the race continues.
I'm not sure how.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Okay, there's only one car to focus on. Come on, Kevin. If this is your only race of the year, make it a good one. That was nearly a carbon copy of the first. I mean, Kevin's gained 2 places because Hulk and Ricardo are out, both with major damage. I just hope I escape the penalty. If I get a penalty in the next race, then I'll be even more gutted. Right, come on, Kevin. You're currently racing Lewis Hamilton. Guy's only got 7 world championships under his belt. You can do it. I have faith in you. I could have underfueled this by more, I think, in all fairness. Although the red flag probably did help the fuel saving already. Go on, up the inside. Oh my god, K-Mag. He's going to make it. He's going to make the move stick on Lewis Hamilton. He's trying to prove me wrong now.
Let's go.
Fantastic job. Sonoda's the next guy.
He's trying to show me why I shouldn't have replaced him. I tell you what, Kevin, if you score points in this race, I may think about not... He's actually going for a move on Sonoda as well. Don't hit him. Don't hit him. Oh, it's a late lunge. He's done it. He's up into 10th by the end of the... Well, technically 4th lap, but first racing lap. That's incredible, Kevin.
That's really good, Kev.
Kevin, what have I done?
In front is Russell.
What have I done trying to replace you? If you're a free agent, I may rehire you to replace Hulkenberg. Come on, Kevin, you got DRS. Right, we need to start thinking about turning down some tyre wear now. The red flag did help, but...
Get those tyres temperatures down.
Let's get into a... Let's not get overexcited right now, because I feel like...
Kev, we need to increase lift and coast.
I feel like that was an outstanding start, but if I get over-ambitious trying to work my way up into the higher points paying positions, it's just going to cost me later in the race. So... I just want to be very mindful of the tyres particularly. The fuel I'm not as worried about, and there is a very high safety car chance. Perez with the fastest lap. I just realised I've got the camera in the wrong place as well. Move it across to there. Put it in the cockpit view so it looks like I'm driving the cars. It makes me feel good. Kevin! I mean, Sonoda does have DRS, which... Yeah, he's probably going to fly past now, and I have no defence, because Russell's off up the road, but... In all fairness... I think 10th at this point is probably... I don't know, I could be racing with the Red Bulls, the RBs. Let's see if we can... I want to try and stay in DRS range if I can. The tyre wear is going to kill me is the problem. I'm 5% worse than Sonoda already. Joe's in a similar place. Albon's looking after his tyres. I mean, we're still on track on the graph. What's going on here? Has Russell got an issue? I was too busy looking at tyres and I missed that.
Kev,
oh,
we
it's
need
because
to
I
reduce K1 usage.
I had fucking full deploy left on.
Charge on.
I've only got one car to look after and I wasn't even paying attention to what he was doing. I mean, I passed Hamilton early. The Mercedes aren't fast. Oh, they are on mediums, which doesn't go in their favour, and they are looking after them incredibly well, so they're probably going to push later. Just probably smart. I don't think track position's gonna come into play all that much, to be honest. Because passing around here is not difficult with the 3 DRS zones. We just need to try and look after these tyres. In fact, let's see if we can bring the tyre wear. Russell's actually dropped out of DRS already, which is great news. Sargent's bringing up the rear, unsurprisingly. I'd say that Hulkenberg obviously is technically behind him because he's sat in the pit lane. Magnussen up into 9th. Kevin, you're flying! You don't even need the upgrades. You're in top up with light tyre usage, and you just flew straight past Tsunoda. You've got a train of 3 cars ahead of you. 4 cars. Stroll is causing a bit of a backlog with Piastri, Leclerc and Alonso. Oh, Tsunoda's got back past. And now that train's dropping us. That's alright. We'll come back in DRS. It's going to be a long race. What have we got? Tyre wear. So Max is pushing hard. Straight by in DRS. No holding us back. So we are going to be pitting early. But the question remains, and Tsunoda comes straight past and forces us wide. I'm alright with a little back and forth with Tsunoda, to be fair, although Hamilton is closing. But I think if we can use each other to just keep DRS. The train is up the road a bit, but they're not dropping us massively. If we can stay in touching distance, then anything could happen. I'm not overly keen on racing wheel to wheel with Tsunoda. Oh, around the outside. Couldn't make it stick. It was a good effort, good effort. What I'm gonna, I'll leave him on medium. I don't want to turn his overtaking up because Kevin is a menace. Battery's in a better place though. Topped that up nicely. Tyres are starting to come back to us. We still have the worst tyre wear on the grid, barring Joe. But it's not as bad as it was, and we are still running in genuine 10th at this point. Norris takes the lead of the race. Good to see these two scrapping in a fair fashion. Max is coming back. Oh, moving under braking. Get on the radio, Max. Kevin and Tsunoda still just trading places, but to be fair, I'm chilling right now. Light tyre wear, extend the stint a little bit, top up on the battery. If I turn the battery and the tyre wear up, I probably could drop Tsunoda, but I don't really see the benefit at this point in just killing the tyres. If anything, if I can extend this stint by sitting behind him or just swapping the DRS with him, I can potentially save some tyre wear a little bit later in the race and have better tyres towards the end to be able to go racing. One thing is, I have noticed since the latest update, sitting in balance doesn't really save you any fuel. It used to be, oh, hang on, he started pushing now. He started pushing. He's dropping us. Can't afford for him to drop us. If we lose DRS, we are going to get swarmed by Hamilton and Russell. Stay with him, K-Mag. Come on, Kevin. He's on the same strategy. He's got his soft tyres. They're only marginally better. Kevin, don't let yourself down now. You've done a sterling job for 13 laps. Come on, Kevin. Hamilton and Russell are just fighting. Well, they're not fighting. I could do with them fighting, to be honest. If Russell tried putting some moves on Hamilton, it might buy me a bit of breathing space because they have closed right up. But Sonoda is very much a cork in the bottle at this point. Piastri has been dropped by Sainz. Perez and Norris are now fighting over the lead of the race, so I'm not sure what happened to Verstappen, but he's dropped half a second back. I think the three DRS zones here just play absolute havoc, and then these three are in a league of their own. Because Charles, Sainz, Piastri are... Now, to be fair, the Ferrari are having a little inter-team battle, nowhere near the podium space. Piastri's miles back for some reason. And then he's got Alonso and Stroll close up behind him. Sonoda's still holding on to the back of the train. And Magnussen has just been dropped massively. So he is now going to be an easy target for Hamilton. Sonoda has just pushed hard for some reason. My tyres have just dropped off a cliff. I should have probably saved some fuel when I had the chance. Yeah, Sonoda was flying on that last lap. Russell's next up. Come on, Kevin, you've got to stay in touch with Hamilton now. Where are we pit stop wise? 22 seconds, wasn't it? So I'm 20 seconds back on Perez. If I pit now, I come out dead last by 4 seconds. 4 or 5 seconds.
Copy that.
Right. Let's go back into top up and see if we can stay. Let's try and conserve a little bit of fuel now and see if we can stay behind Hamilton. If we can stay in DRS, which doesn't look like we can. That's that plan out the window. I really need to stay in DRS of Hamilton. I was just thinking if I can fully charge the battery and get the fuel up, I can then send... And Russell's just gone past. Yeah, that was my mistake. Alright, well let's try and stay in touch anyway. Another couple of laps. I'm thinking we're in a pretty good spot, and I think everybody's going to be on a similar strategy. We're just losing time now. We are losing so much time. Right. I'm thinking we pit early onto the mediums. I'm thinking we change the strategy. To there. B. The race time is exactly the same. But I'm thinking we try and look after the mediums. And then push hard at the end and see if we can take something out of it. I'm thinking something like that. Are those worn softs that I'm going on to at the end? I think they are. .8, right? What's my lap time? So Alonso's just pitted. I've gone past 140. So in all fairness, I'm losing a second a lap to Hamilton. Cars behind are going slightly faster, right? I am going to take a chance. Hit this lap. I mean, Alonso's pretty good. He knows what he's doing, right? He seems to have it down. This F1 lark. So I'll just copy Alonso and go in the next lap. Yellow flag. I feel like something happened
Here's
just
the
up in
replay.
front of me then.
Now we're watching Esteban Ocon here.
Oh no, it's
Nothing
behind me.
wrong so far. And there's the lockup. And they ended up their own...
Lost 2 places, but worked out nicely for Alonso. Come on, let's use these tyres. Too late. Oh, look at these boys. Beautiful in red and black. God, they look slick. Oh, that was a nice stop. 2.6 seconds. I mean, it wasn't a nice stop. Another half a second would have been... I want to deploy, but I didn't manage to save as much battery as I would have liked. I really need a strong outlap. Although saying that, I think Russell and Hamilton were too far up the road for me to get any sort of undercut on them, but I think the best chance, unfortunately, I think I just need to race my own race. I think I need to get these tyres into the window. Yeah. Go on, let's get this pass done, because we are going to lose time. Ah, no, he's pitting. We're good.
You need to keep your K1 usage down a bit, otherwise you'll just run out of battery and then you'll just be taken by everybody.
Copy.
I've done it
We
again.
need to do the full management on this set.
Yeah, copy that.
Right.
And we need to increase lift and coast by 30%.
Copy.
So I'm nearly a lap down already on the leader, but he has yet to pit. "25 seconds back on Hamilton. If Hamilton pits this lap, he's coming out in front of me. He's not pitted. So his last lap was a 1:39. He's been pretty consistent in the 1:39s. Alonso flying. I'm a 1:38. Hamilton, he's probably got another couple of laps before I get the undercut on him, but it's not a million miles away, and that is with top up on. So let's go back to neutral. Balance the fuel. I need to be careful with these tyres. Verstappen, Norris, so they're all all the leaders are pitting on this lap. Be amazed if Leclerc and Sainz stay out. Leclerc has stayed out, and so has Sainz. Okay. Because they started on mediums. So Hamilton now pits. Russell's in a good spot, mind, isn't he? Russell. Hamilton's exiting the pit lane. Where is he? Damn it, he's around the corner and gone already. "5 seconds up the road. I feel like he's gained time there. I do feel like he's gained time in the pit stops. Yellow flag, what's going on?
So this is what
Oh,
happened.
Norris, that's the last
Now
thing
the
you want.
focus is on Lando Norris here.
Pressure got to you
Nothing
again.
at this point. And the car just
Oh,
locked.
dear.
They took a gamble.
That'll be the dirty air tolerance for you. Right, Hamilton's blasted past Sonoda, who is 5 seconds up the road from me. Oh, feels like a long time ago I was running in 10th. Dreaming of a part. Dreaming of a point. Hello there. Nice little midday stream. Thank you, appreciate it. I'm good, how are you doing? It's been a while since I've streamed, and then I had a couple of hours to myself. So I thought, do you know what? I've just started a new save with Haas. And it's not going brilliantly, I'm not going to lie. Well, I've been doing Create a Team, to be fair. I've been doing Create a Team, and then I've had a break from the game. I was sort of juggling between. I decided I wanted a new save, and I was going to take one of the existing teams rather than create a team myself. And I don't know why I sort of landed on Haas. I was between. In the end, it came down to Haas or Williams, and I thought, you know what? I thought Haas was the perfect team. You know, they lost Gunther at the start of the season. I thought I could step into his shoes. I could fill that role. Tried to make some positive changes. Unfortunately, one of those changes was to try and replace Kevin before the first race of the season. I couldn't get the contract completed in time. So I've ended up racing with him. And then Hulkenberg decided to crash out of the race and retire on turn 1 of lap 1. Which was brilliant. That is just the start that I wanted. Kevin was then running up in 10th for a period, and I started dreaming about the possibility of a point. Considering he's not even supposed to be in this race, I mean, he is outshining himself. Kevin may end up being my shining star. It wasn't the best start. I wasn't massively happy. Hulkenberg decided to just T-bone straight into the side of Ricciardo on the opening turn of the season. You couldn't write it. There I was, bigging it up. Hulkenberg. I am gonna need it, but thanks for the raid. Appreciate it, man. Fastest lap of the race. Is it me? No, it's not me. It's not me. How am I now 10 seconds back on Tsunoda? And I'm over pushing my tires. Is Leclerc doing up? Is Leclerc? He is trying to one-stop it. Okay. Well, I mean, it's working out all right so far for him, to be fair. Oh, the pain of Haas. I know, I know how Gunther felt. You try and big these guys up, give them everything they need. In all fairness, actually, having said that, what am I, 44 seconds down? I am almost certainly going to be lapped before the end of the race, so fuel really isn't a concern at this point, I don't think. But I am over pushing my tyres and still going flipping slower than everybody. Sainz in the 1 minute 33s. He is a full 5 seconds a lap faster than Magnussen at this point. Although Albon is still going slower. Bottas could be a genuine threat in the Kick Sauber. How are these cars at the back going so fast? This is a concern. Because I'm just losing time hand over fist to Tsunoda, and I have nothing much more that I can throw at it. What I will do is turn this up and just change up the strategy to go lighter on the softs at the end. I mean, the only positive is that Albon, although saying I was going to say Albon doesn't seem to be gaining, but he did gain a second on the last lap, so keep an eye on that. Right. Yeah, that time is not good, is it? Leclerc's making his pit stop. What is he pitting for is the question. He's gone on to soft, so he is going to two-stop. He's just gone medium, soft, soft. Not that that makes any difference to my race because these guys are so far up the road. Kevin's in a very, very lonely race right now. He is 13 seconds back on Sonoda and about 9 seconds up the road from Albon. So it's no man's land at this point, isn't it, really? Going about a second slower than Sonoda and slower than Albon. I mean, there's not a lot of good news right now, is there? There's really not a lot of good news. I think 12th place is the best that could be expected. I just can't believe Hulkenberg. I just absolutely cannot believe Hulkenberg crashing out. I mean, short of driving into the back of someone off the start line. It also pains me that I felt I was in a genuine battle with Russell at the start of this race, but they must have just been conserving tyres, because Russell, Tsunoda and Hamilton, that felt like a genuine battle. And now Russell's just made his second pit stop and he's within 4 seconds. Oh no, he's made his first pit stop. He's made his first pit stop. He is going to be significantly faster than me on those tyres, but he does have to pit again. Ah. Okay, well this sort of brings back into contention here. Sonoda, man. Stroll, Hamilton in the 136s. God, I'm slow. Oh, Kevin. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry that I've given you a shit car. I'm sorry that I tried to replace you before the race. I promise to absolutely maybe reconsider. Especially if you can score at least 1 point. I know you've got it in you, Kevin. I have faith. I believe. Oh, Russell drives past like I wasn't even there. It's like traffic on an outlap in qualifying.
It was George Russell involved.
Did he even have DRS
The
at this
gap
point?
opens up for them.
No, he did have DRS. I mean, I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him.
And George.
So let's take that as a positive. I may have got DRS off of him very briefly. I mean, what lap times? He is going 2.5 seconds a lap faster than me at this point. I mean, he is also 17 seconds back on. He is 17 seconds back on Sonoda, so it's good to know that at least his race is equally ruined. I also need to keep an eye on the time because I have to. I have to go and walk the dog in a bit. Right, what are we doing? Albon's closed that gap to about 5-6 seconds. He's still lapping consistently faster than me on his mediums. I mean, I would love to push a bit on these mediums, but my tyre wear is appalling. It's going to be hard push just to hold on to 12th at this point. Albon is going to be coming up behind very shortly. Can we see him yet? Yeah, there he is, coming around that corner. Come on, Kevin, you had such a strong start. I mean, if I could get close enough to anyone for a bit of DRS, then I could maybe charge the battery a little bit and give myself an opportunity to defend. But I just feel as soon as Albon gets within range, he is going to fly past with DRS. And that will be the last I see of him for quite a while. I haven't even got any back markers coming. Well, of course there's no. I am a back marker. I'm literally a back marker. I'm thinking maybe I could get DRS off some back markers. No, no. I decided to drive one of the slowest cars in existence. Come on. What lap am I thinking of pitting? 45? I'm going to have to bring that forward because at my current tyre wear, if I don't push my tyres, I'm just going to get past. I reckon something like that. We try and go lap 41. Says it's faster. Turn down the usage. Let's get the softs back on. We seem to be faster on the softs. Ocon's made his second stop. Where are we? So we're at 106, 107. Am I going to come out behind Joe, probably around Joe if I pit now? Verstappen's making his second pit, right? I need to pit. I can't let Albon pit first. If Albon pits first, he's almost certainly going to undercut me. But if I pit too early, I'm not going to make it to the end of the race. So if I don't pit soon, he's just going to pass me on track is the problem. Right. Am I going in this lap or next lap? We're going in next lap. We are going to push hard, pit for fresh softs on the next lap. Come on, Kevin. Keep him out of DRS. You've got this. Go on, push those tyres, son. I said next lap, but okay. In all fairness, Albon just pitted, so had that not glitched and pitted on this lap, he would have definitely undercut. Is he going to pass in the pits? No, he's not, but he is coming out very, very close. And we do get out ahead of Zhou. Oh, I could have done with Zhou cutting off Albon there. Come on. I need Zhou to try and battle Albon a little bit. Go on, get past him, son. Get past him. I'll send you a Christmas card if you get past and block him a little bit. Or even better, just drive into the back of him. I'm 40 seconds back on Alonso. Oh, Alonso could pit twice and still come out just behind me. Oh, it's painful. I'm also about to get lapped, which is good. I can probably push the fuel a little bit more, to be fair. Although I say I'm about to get lapped, Leclerc hasn't made his second stop, so I'm actually not as far back. Hang on, so who's realistically probably Verstappen in the lead of the race? I feel it's going to be close whether he laps me or not towards the end of this, you know. Albon's still looking threatening behind. Let's see if we can try and push a little bit to get out of... If I can stay away from his DRS, try and protect this position a little bit. Right, that is the battery hammered, but I've just given myself a couple of seconds breathing space to Albon. And he's gone on to... Has he pitted? Did he pit? Yeah, he's gone on to worn softs. So he didn't have a spare set of softs. So he's gone on to worn softs. I am definitely getting lapped here. Hang on, where's Max? One minute 23 back, last lap. Okay, so they're still about 10 seconds away from lapping me, but there is 13 laps to go, and they are going a second. It's gonna be close. Oh, I'm concerned now. If they don't lap me, I'm gonna have to conserve fuel. And I really don't want to, because Albon is pushing quite hard.
Stop.
Do I risk it? Put the battery into top up. Let's push the tyres a little bit harder initially. They're alright temperature-wise at the moment. Let's see if we can do a couple of laps, get a bit of power in the battery, just in case Albon does start closing up later on. See, I'm eating my tyres. I was like 10% better than him, now I'm 6%. I don't want to. I don't want to kill my tyres. I think the drop off when the softs get to about 55%, there's a massive drop off in performance. That was what killed me in the first stint. So if I can keep a little bit in the tyres, we just need to be careful with topping up the battery. I want to try and gain as much battery as I can without letting Albon get near to DRS. Right, let's do a couple of laps. So as it stands, where are we? 2.7, 2.6. Fairly consistent gap to Albon, which is good. 2.7. Still in top up. 10 laps to go. Right, hang on. How are we doing? Last lap was a 1:35. Leader's still going a second a lap faster. So they're going to...
What about
it's so
tyres?
close whether they're going to lap me.
Tyres are good. No problem.
Second a lap, so they're going to gain 10 seconds on me, which is going to put me right. I mean, they will probably lap me the lap after the checkered flag. It'll either be the lap before or the lap after. The thing is, if I start conserving fuel, I'm going to slow down, so they'll lap me before the checkered flag, meaning I don't need to conserve fuel. Let's leave it in top up for a couple more laps. Albon's closed the gap, but only slightly. Unfortunately, those high-flying dreams of 10th, they feel like a long time ago. Okay, I'm good on tyre wear. Fuel is my biggest concern. Well, fuel and Albon are my biggest concerns right now, but Albon does seem to be dropping back. What are his tyres? 66. Our tyres are nearly equal now, so that has done absolutely nothing for me. So if he's dropping back, I think he's gone on to light tyre usage. He's probably going to try and attack at the end. So I'm just going to conserve everything. I think any dreams of finishing higher than 12th are gone unless there's an incident further up the field. So I reckon what we do... not push, conserve on the fuel. Let's get the fuel back to balanced and see where we stand. Albon's dropping back now. But my tyre wear has passed his, so he is obviously going very easy on his tyres. And here comes Verstappen for the lead of the race to pass me. That's alright. That's alright. Come on, Max. I could do with you passing me. Come on, Max. You got 4 laps to pass me. Max! Max, I need you to pass me. There's blue flags. Come on. Where's the blue flags? If you pass me, all of my fuel woes disappear. Right, let's go into harvest on the battery. That'll get him past me. Brilliant. Good news. Okay, tyre wear's good. Alright, we're going to turn this up a bit because Albon's gained like 2 seconds. Last lap. Yeah, Albon gained half a second on the last lap, so he's finally started pushing now. Don't do it. Don't do it, Albon. I mean, there's a fair gap with 3 laps to go.
We must do lift and coast every lap, or else we may not finish the race.
We're fine. We're fine. We've just had that. We've just had that
Four
panic.
laps.
Cover that.
Don't stress. We're good on fuel. Albonno's the threat at this point. As long as that gap maintains. Right, where's Max? Max is just ahead of me. Max is not lapping that much faster, is he? I mean, he's like 2 seconds a lap faster, but he hasn't really disappeared up the road that much. Come on, is this the final lap of the race?
Suggests that you can reduce the amount of lift and coast at turn 1.
Cover that.
Right, come on. Let's go. Albon's pushing like hell. Give it everything this last lap. I should have enough battery I can deploy all the way round. Fuel I don't think is going to be an issue. I'll turn it down just in case. Tyres are good. Come on, Kevin. Bring it home for a solid 12th place. "32 seconds at full." Well, yeah, 40 seconds back on 10th. Doesn't bode well. Doesn't bode well for the future.
We need to reduce K1 usage.
Copy.
Kevin!
Okay, so you've taken the checkered flag.
Nice, good. Second car to
But you were
finish.
P12.
That's basically a podium.
Sorry that we just can't finish better at the moment.
Obviously not where we want to be.
Obviously not, but you know, could be worse.
Stopping on the marks and going
Am I
to
the
move
only
on,
one that's
please.
pretty happy with 12th? Considering Nico barreled into Danny Rick
It's
on the
been
first
a long
corner, I
race,
think.
but there's Kevin Magnussen
I'll take
coming
12th.
back.
Just out of the points today with a P.
Up 2 places. Admittedly, that was Nico and Daniel, but so you didn't actually pass anyone, and you ended up like 40 seconds back from the last points playing position. But you know, could have been worse. Max with a win, first win of the season. Charles in second up 4 places. Lando bottled it, unusual. Sergio in 4th place, flying high. Nando, good finish in Aston Martin. Lewis made a recovery to 8th. George, not so much. Albon up the same 2 places with Nico and Daniel's retirement. Which means the constructors, Kevin. Solid 12th. Solid 12th for Kevin. Nico, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Constructors puts me in 7th. 7th place with 0 points. Nice. Pit stop wise, McLaren Where did I get? I only did a 2.6. I thought I did a 2.60. Obviously not. 2 points better than none. No pits. No pits for Nico. Nico, you've got to stay on the track long enough to actually need a pit stop. That would be great. Ah, bonus. Neither of them get their contract bonus, so the money is mine. Nico, you had to finish 17th or higher. Honestly. Kevin, I should have had more faith in you. There we go. Right. I am going to wrap up there. And probably try and get back on later tonight to do the next race. So, see you then.